One thing that we get told all the time is that somebody's having feed issues with ammo, and they tell us all the time, oh, this ammo will run in our Glock or SIG, but it won't run in my CZ. There's a lot of things that can lead up to feed issues, but one of the most common things that we see is what we're going to show you here, and it's really easy to check before you start calling a gunsmith and trying to troubleshoot this really complex problem. It's not going to fix everybody's problem, but this will really help troubleshooting feed issues. So one of the big things that we see is the overall length of the round. And so if you have a bullet that's loaded properly, it'll go into the chamber just like this, and the casing is going to bottom out on the shoulder before the bullet actually hits the throat of the barrel. So you can see with this cutout barrel, I can rotate this round. It's not in there. It's not stuck at all. I can tap on it, and it should drop out. And you can try this with your own barrel at home if you're having feed issues. Take the barrel out of the gun, drop a couple of your rounds. I would recommend doing it with 5 or 10 rounds out of a box of ammo that you're using if you're having trouble with it, to check this first. Tap on it, and it should drop out. If you have a round that's a little too long, you'll tap on it, and it'll get stuck in there. And what'll happen is, when you're shooting, if you have a round that's like this, it's going to keep the slide just a little bit out of battery. And when you pull the trigger, you may not notice it, but when you pull the trigger, the hammer, all that energy that's in the hammer is going to push the slide forward in the battery, force the round in there. So you're going to get a light strike, of course, because the hammer didn't have enough energy to push the slide and set off the primer. But you may pull the trigger again and the round go off, and it's just really confusing when you're trying to troubleshoot these issues, but that's what's happening. And so if you do have feed issues, one of the first things you can check, and this is really easy to fix, is take 5, maybe 10 rounds of the ammo that you're using and drop them down here, and they should pour out. So just like this, it's called the plunk test. You can just drop it in there. I like to tap on it just to make sure it's all the way in, and it should just fall out on its own. If it doesn't fall out, if all the rounds that you try don't fall out, one of two things is happening. Either the round is too long, it's not loaded, seated properly, or in the very rare case, you may have a barrel that needs to be reamed. This can be throat reamed to extend that, but that's a really easy thing that you can check at home to see if you're having this problem, and easy to fix because you can just seat your ammo a little bit more.